For a long time, sign language has seemed to be a special language for some appreciated but not accepted persons in the society. It is a language of the deaf, but not solely for the deaf, as its presence allows for communication with any member of a society, whether deaf or hearing.
Sign language has been something of policy and something that has been put somewhere at the top, where it's interpreters and teachers of the deaf who only relate to it. But we want to change this because parents of the deaf are not learning sign language. A big percentage of them do not know sign language. So you can imagine how a child grows in a family where there is no sign language.
Discrimination may have stopped in policy level, but we need to go beyond the policy level to where our actions communicate the breaking of these barriers. This for the deaf is by learning their language. For most people, sign language seems to be a difficult language.
This is because of the discrimination that is there in the community about the sign language, that we accept that it is there, we accept that deaf members are there, but we still feel that it is something that is done out there by other people, but not us as a community.
Detail International wishes to break this down so that we change to a notion where this is simplified. We thus have decided to do trainings at community level and more so in our churches to ensure we directly can reach to these deaf people.
Now, when I was growing up, my parents did not know sign language. And most of the times I did not enjoy going home because when I go home I could not communicate with my parents because they didn't know sign language. Most of the time I was just comfortable meeting other deaf outside. But I want to make it easier for other deaf who are growing up, the children who are growing up, so that we can train them sign language. Because when they know sign language, they can communicate with different people, then they can be integrated in the community. That is why Detail International have started this program. Thank you very much.
At PCEA Kimbo Parish, we have trained a total of 21 members in sign language. They may not be interpreters, but they communicate with the deaf at their various capacities and integrate them into the society. Interpreters are good for the church service, but there is more to church than the church services. There is the interaction of fellowship with people. This is done at personal and integration levels.
Since I learned sign language here at Kimbo Parish, it has helped me so much because I've been able to interact with the deaf. Like on a Saturday, 6th this month, I had one deaf who came to visit me in my office, and I was so happy. He was also so happy because he could see somebody who was talking their language. Then we went on interacting, and he was so excited, and he promised to come back.
This is good, this is great, it is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous so far. It is my prayer that our church, the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, and more so PCEA Kimbo Parish, and in extension, Presbytery of Nairobi North, if we can adopt this, we can be able to reach the deaf people within our community. And I'm very glad and so happy because this is a worth ministry that is adding value to our church, to the community, and even to individuals.
They can already see acceptance in the new community. Just imagine about 4 months of learning basic sign language.
So we want to normalize this. We want to make sure that sign language is available for every member. That's why we are coming to communities, using churches and schools to train sign language to every person that is interested to learn. We want people to know how to communicate in sign language because they do not lose anything in learning to communicate with this sign language. So we are doing this with churches so that we can integrate the deaf members into the communities.
Let us learn to understand this language, because as a result, we might be seeing as if these people are the ones who are disabled, but the truth of the matter is that we are the ones who are disabled. Therefore, I would urge all of us within the society that has a desire to understand and even to learn this sign language in order to help us in having a society that is well grounded and in one harmony, understanding one another.